Zelda games are confusing, sometimes even impossible among human comprehension. Because of this, there were many times during Majora's Mask that I had gotten stuck. So let's just review all of them. Number 1. Oh, you don't know how to use magic beans? I guess I can't tell you any. What? What do you mean? Give me the magic bean! To enter the king's palace, you have to plant magic beans and ride the plant inside. I had no idea how to acquire these magic beans, and before looking it up, I actually took a photo of soil to show to a magic bean vendor in hopes that he would see it and think, oh wow, you must be an expert on magic beans. And honestly, just reading that, I thought that is so stupid, dude. What even came over me to think that that would work? In my idiocy, I went around looking for a vendor of magic beans, and I even spent some time in the swamp spider house. After a long journey of nothing, I almost gave up on the game, but I instead gave into my urges and looked up what to do. It turns out a vendor is underneath the palace entrance that you can reach by sneaking around on the right side and not the left. Number 2. Finding the first dungeon wasn't too hard. However, I'm not sure whether or not I looked up how to do that. You know, thinking about it now, I probably did. The real problem though is in the inside. The puzzles weren't too difficult or anything, but what is the fairy hunt. To unlock extra abilities, collecting stray fairies are needed to restore great fairies to their original state, and these things are hidden in the most unnatural of places. After already completing the dungeon, I checked around for a pretty good hour, but I do believe I found everything without the internet. But dude, it was so difficult. There was a fairy inside a small beehive, which is hardly noticeable, and after that, there was a fairy in the very last pot that I hit in this random corner of the big room. And then for the last one, I had to kill like every black goop dude. You know, honestly, I don't know why I didn't check that, because there's literally a chest on the map, but whatever. But then again, when you put it into perspective, I'm on a 3-day cycle. Did they really expect me to find all of them? Number 3, finding the entrance to Goron City. Okay, I kid you not, I cannot believe that the game was created this way. The gatekeeper ground pounds and the door opens up, but it doesn't show where it is. There's literally a cut to a clip of the gate opening, but it doesn't show you where you are in relation to it. So I was like, where do I go? And it took me maybe like 3 times to actually find it. Number 4. Inside the Snowhead Temple, there are ice blocks covering platforms for you to jump. Maybe I'm the idiot for just not looking up, but bro, how would I have seen that? Number 5. Alright bro, I don't know who designed this dungeon, but I just want to know, what kind of drugs were they on? Who could even think of a giant pillar with only 2 changing variables? Dude, huh? I didn't necessarily get stuck at this point, but it took me forever to figure out the route for this dungeon, and that cost me 2 time cycles. Number 6. This next one is a genuine complaint that I have. The most logical of logical and the most based opinion I have ever spoken, okay? The hidden stray fairies are absolutely insane. You know what? I just want you to guess where the hidden stray fairy is in this room, okay? Watch carefully. Have any idea? This is your last chance to guess where it is. Check back if you have to. If you didn't realize, the fairy hidden in this location is right up here. Oh, you still can't see it? Here, let me help you see. How would I have known that? Number 7. The very last time I got stuck in this game was retrieving Epona. To enter the Zora region, you must hop over some fences only possible via horse. Because of this, I had to enter Lon Lon Ranch and grab the horse. Problem was, there's a giant rock blocking the path and it takes 2 days to break it. Clearly, I didn't have the time to wait around for 2 days, so I had to think of a faster way in. So once again, I looked up what to do, and it turns out there's a shop that sells giant bombs, and you can only hold one of them in your inventory. Why? Why does this exist? So, I went over to the Snowhead Mountain, and I went looking around for the shop, just to find out everything is frozen again. This meant that I had to go back to the Snowhead Temple, defeat the boss, walk back to the shop, and then purchase the giant powder keg. And guess what? That's not it. To purchase one that would go in my inventory, I had to first go through a trial, handling this bomb over practically the entire Snowhead, until I eventually reached this boulder blocking the Goron race. I headed back to the shop once again, and I fell. I headed back to the shop, and finally, I got a powder keg. Now all I had to do was bomb this rock, and okay, yeah, there's more stuff to do. All right, whatever. I went through another trial, and finally I got the horse. Cool. And that wraps up this video. I've never actually beaten the game since I got stuck in the Zora place due to not finding where the pirate ship was, which means that there are probably more parts I will get stuck on. So if you want a part 2, I'll give you a part 2. If you like this video, you should probably hit the button saying that you like this video, and you should also subscribe. But I understand if you don't want to, that's fine. That's it for me, so goodbye.